Hello, it's the weekend. This is Top TV Newspaper Review, a program where we analyze and dissect trending and catchy newspaper headlines daily. I am Obed Jerry, your host for today, and with me here is Mogbodo Kosi. So, hello, Miss Kosi, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Hope you're prepared to enjoy the weekend, hang out with family, hang out with friends.
Friday.
Yeah.
Rest.
That's nice. It's the weekend. Do well to hang out with family, with friends, have loads of fun, rest, stay happy. Right. Without wasting much of our time, we move on to the first paper of the day, the Guardian newspaper. On the 6th day of October 2023, the main headline reads, African entrapped trade corridors, worsen AfCFTA's implementation. Details of the story is on page 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Senate summons service chiefs, IGP, over kidnap of students. Details on page 25. Tinubu's Chicago certificate, Atiku Rallies Obi Kwankwaso, Nigerians for justice. Details of the story could be found on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. You know, this story, it's somehow funny because Atiku he was the lead role in going to Chicago State University to bring out the documents. And now he's rallying Obi and Kwankwaso. Okay, it's like joining forces. People that didn't agree to join before now.
Divided we fall, united we stand.
But they didn't remember this from the onset. Because if they had merged power before now, this wouldn't have been the outcome.
Okay, last presidential election that brought in former President Tinubu, that re-elected him, Atiku would be merged power, you understand? But still they are defeated. So it's not really, no, but you can't.
But I feel like even if they were defeated before, but the tactics they applied now as separate parties, it wasn't applied then because the forces, okay, let's take for example the forces the Labour Party pulled, even like a party without a structure, that's name tag, a party without a structure, how they use sympathy and got the crowd, you know, as a minor party, let's not say minor party. Let's say a party that has not much foundation. Right. They still pulled crowd. They made a lot of people come out and in mass to vote. Exactly. Assuming they pulled the same energy when they merged in the previous election.
No, then people were not really enlightened. Let me use that word, enlightened.
Okay.
Or maybe they are not really political. People were political appetite.
Okay.
They
like we don't care about how the government goes. Anybody that gets into power so far, I see way to feed and all that.
So as time goes on, people start understanding that we need a change of power. We need a change of new party, new hand, new everything. And they didn't feel that the Labour Party presidential candidate was the right man for them. And that was the reason why people had to come out in mass. People actually came out in mass, and it's not something that they can deny, you understand? And for the fact that they just started and they were able to pull much crowd, it's really a very good one to them. And now they want them to join power, right? And because they want them to join power, the problem that we are going to face if they should join power and eventually overthrow the present government.
What would be the outcome?
Who would be the one to be elected?
Okay, I feel like they would go for a rerun, maybe between these other three parties, maybe between the Labour Party, PDP, and the NNPP.
So the APC.
Okay, yeah, that is what.
Is like you see,
a dot in the cycle.
It's not possible. You understand?
You know, but that is what they are trying to do actually, to at least eradicate Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the list, so that it will be between the other contestants.
It's not possible to remove, not just President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You're not just removing him. You are removing like the APC. It's not possible.
A whole.
It's not possible. These are the party that has been in existence ever since. It's been long they've been in existence. So it's not going to be easy for them to just be marginalized like that. It's not possible. You understand? And this fact, remember after the presidential electoral tribunal, after their decision on 6th of September this year, So the PDP and the Labour Party, they refused. They wanted to go for a higher. They want to appeal their case to
To a higher court.
Court, and they've been going about it well, and I've been following too. And recently, the Chicago, as of last month, finally released the as of
documents.
this
Yeah,
month,
this
beginning
month.
of this month, sorry, they finally released the document, and we find out that even though the document is legit, right? The claim is legit, but the problem is the NYSC certificate that they put
The
out,
president.
they said Adekule, but our president's name is
Ahmed.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay,
And
so
also
it's just
the
contradicting.
diploma, the certificate they used, it states that President Tinubu left college because he schooled in college, federal college. So he left in 1970. But
the diploma.
the college, federal college was founded in 1974.
So,
So
as at
how?
that time that he acclaimed he came out of that college,
1970.
the school wasn't in
It
existence.
wasn't in existence. And not in their defense, they said it's just some human errors. That then it was manually written and all that. When we are talking about
Official documents, the errors are meant to be lesser.
Imagine
even if
thinking,
it's
it's
even
not
if
possible.
even if the errors would amount to that, okay, let's say errors are
year.
inevitable, not to the year
Not to the
when
year.
everybody knows when the school was founded and when it started.
And I'm asking, are the APC taking off for a joke? So,
The thing there is just that for us to just
Wait
stay
for
put and
another
wait for the
7
Supreme,
years of
either we wait for the president to complete his tenure or wait for the Supreme Court to give his verdict. And whoever that hears the verdict and it's not on your favor, just pick your broken parts and move on and wait till next time.
peace is better.
Exactly,
Peace
exactly,
is
exactly.
better. The country is already deteriorating.
Exactly. And we need each other to survive, because if it gets worse than this, things will get very bad for everyone. All right, we'll move on to the second paper of the day. This is the Daily Sun, and the main headline reads, CSU certificate saga. No retreat, no surrender on Tinubu, says Atiku. Details of the story is found on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Terrorism. Supreme Court decides Kanu. Federal government's fate on December 15. This same story where Nnamdi Kanu they have declared that he should be released before now, but they have fixed a new date for his judgment and all that. Let's just stay put and watch what the government or the court wants to do. Maybe it's in favor of him or not. We just stay put. All right, the sub-headlines on the Daily Sun newspaper reads, World Teachers Day. Tinubu promises better days as Ekiti teachers emerges best in Nigeria. Economic hardship to worsen as Abuja filling stations shut down over liquidity crisis. Orders. Sub-story on that says queues return at the fuel station. Details of this story is found on page 2. Trade. Germany contributed 3 billion euros to Nigeria's economy in 2022, says Germany's envoy. Details of the story in page 9 of the Daily Sun newspaper. So, Kosi, I'd like you to share your thoughts on this headline that reads, Economic hardship to worsen as Abuja filling station shut down. Remember, just yesterday, as we were going home, most filling stations were closed. I don't even know their reason for that. And it's not Christmas yet. You know, we Nigerians are used to that phenomenon whereby once is almost any festive period, everything hikes, filling stations, they tend to be queues and all that.
I think things are different now. Yeah, things are different now, owing to the fact that ever since the first subsidy, we've been seeing premium gist or premium stories.
Premium updates.
Nothing that will happen in this Nigeria that will ever shock me again.
Like someone said that in this 2023, we've seen different kind of anything we didn't say in this 2023 might not even exist anymore.
I don't really understand, but the main thing now is ever since the fuel subsidy and all that, a lot of things has been increased. A lot of things has increased. In terms of foodstuffs, if you go to the market, what I bought, the amount of that I bought today, if I go the next day, my customer always tell me, price don't increase, everything. And I'm like, but I just bought it just last week. then everything is just increasing. And most times, some marketers, they are just taking advantage of it. Most of them, they will be increasing.
Yes, sometimes
But
we
at
are our own
times-
problem.
Exactly. But at times, it's actually the inflation that's happening. And there is a great inflation. And the fact that the fuel subsidy, the naira rate to dollar is increasing.
going high.
Because, Nigeria is used to importation and exportation of goods, especially their medium of exchange is mostly dollars. You understand? And you can't tell me that someone that imagine exchanging dollar to naira, and changing naira to dollar, and an amount of 1,010.
At a high rate.
You understand? That's the current rate now. Imagine exchanging it to 1,010, and only for you to come back after bringing the fuel and all that, you have to increase your fuel,
So you
right?
can make your profits and recover what you spent.
Imagine as you're selling it, only for them to tell you that the rate has already increased, maybe to 120 or 1,020. You need to increase it
To
be
meet
able
up.
to buy again. You understand? So
Exactly.
you see that most of them, they cannot afford it. Imagine selling and only for you to hear that they've increased the rates. You understand? Even as of last month, last month I was watching news. Only for me to be here, the customs, they are complaining that the inflow of money that normally comes in, that it has reduced from 500 billion to 41 billion. That because people has abandoned their goods. Because for you to go and clear your goods, you have to exchange it to a dollar. You understand? And now dollar is high. So you see, everything is affected. So if Nigeria wants to settle this problem, they should tackle it from the root. It's not just the filling station are closing up. A lot of things are suffering. A lot of sectors are suffering.
Some
You
companies are
understand?
even winding up.
NLC, they've been clamoring for strike and all that. They've been threatening, and they've been clamoring for increment in
Minimum wage.
minimum wage. And we're still waiting on the government because they promised 35,000 naira increase. And so you see that it's not just them. You understand? A whole lot
Every
of things
sector.
Exactly. So the main thing is just do the way you can. Let's be managing.
At
Sure,
least.
our president said we should be patient. And we've been patient.
We've been
and
very
he
patient.
promised that by the end of this year, that refinery will be
up and
topical
going.
refinery will start working. But I doubt, sha. But we're still hoping that.
Yes, you doubt, because it was recently I heard some persons broke into a refinery in Port Harcourt and smuggling and all that of illegal mining and all that.
Yeah, I also heard that. And I feel that Nigerians also, we have some part of also rules
To play in this,
You understand?
exactly.
Why will you be mining
Illegally.
You understand? I know
Risking
that
your life for
you
how
know,
much?
Exactly. And most of them, as of yesterday, at the day for it was this week that this thing happened. I can't remember the exact day, but it was this week. And some persons, they were busy mining some fuel and all this crude oil. You understand? Only for them to for the place to got exploded, and most of them lost their lives. And I'm asking, these are deaths that are supposed to have been avoided.
Exactly.
Only for them to end up losing their lives. And most of them are breadwinners in their family.
Exactly.
What will become of the family they left behind? What will even become of all the whole fuel they piled up? All of them got born nothing. You understand?
Exactly.
So we Nigerians, we have a role to play there. Mining illegally is not right. It's not right at all, because you're not just endangering yourself, you're endangering the community, the house
large.
that lives around there. You
Exactly.
understand?
Air pollution, water
Air
pollution,
pollution.
and risking other people's lives too.
Exactly.
But actually, this actually boils down to the government, because I feel like if the society has been better, if our economy has been improved, some persons will not indulge in some activities that they indulge in.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So before we take the last paper of the day, we'll go.
Hey there, are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Welcome back from that quick break. We take the last paper of the day, which is the Nigeria's News Direct. The headline reads, Lagos to establish $100 million African film city in Ekpe to boost creative economy. Details of the story is found on page 4 of the Nigerian News Direct. Land tussle, 2 killed, properties destroyed as Osun community clash. Details of the story is found on page 3. The main headline reads, Atiku calls on Obi Kwankwaso to join force with him to unseat Obi. The sub-headline reads, says he refused to pick Tinubu as running mate because of Muslim ticket. This headline is somehow funny because Tinubu himself, the Jagaban, wants to be president, and you feel like you can, if not that the Muslim ticket, you feel like you can make him your running mate, which is not possible. Okay, still on the headlines. It says, World Teachers Day, Governor Abiodun gifts houses, cash to teachers, schools. Details of the story is found on page 2. NDIC pays 1.08 billion naira to 29,573 depositors of microfinance banks. UBA inducts 700 graduates, grooms future professionals across Africa. Details of the story is found on page 2 of the News Direct. Mohbad, singer Prime Boy, turns himself in, insists of innocence. Details of the story is found on page 4 of Nigerian News Direct. So, Kosi, yesterday was the World Teachers Day, and it's nice to hear at least for once that our
my lecturers,
yes, it's nice to hear that for once our teachers are appreciated, because other times when these World Teachers Day come up, we just talk about it and move on, because we know how valuable teachers used to be before. Once you hear somebody's a teacher, even at least as the primary school teacher, you'll be feeling fly, the ego that is attached to it.
If your husband is not a teacher,
Exactly.
then you're not started.
Exactly.
God, it's really amazing how they are regarded then, and now
Exactly.
it's as if they are treated as low, like as nothing.
As if they are nothing.
As if they are nothing. I think when I was growing up, like, I'm a teacher. I want to be a teacher.
Exactly.
Well, you want to be a teacher. But now teachers
Now you can't even say it in
lowest
public that
paid,
you are a teacher. It's hard to see a teacher riding a good car, having a good
unless
house,
they have
because they are not well paid.
Exactly, which is wrong. And I really want to appreciate the governor of Ogun State, Governor Abiodun, for everything he did for his teachers. Yes.
Gifting them houses,
Exactly, cash and 2 million.
At least it would encourage people to even want to become
and also
teachers.
he promised to employ 1,000 interns on tech. So I feel this move he made was to encourage.
Yes, if they continue doing this way, maybe you and I would one day want to become a teacher somewhere. Yeah, exactly. But to another angle, there are still teachers, there are still government teachers that have retired, that haven't been paid their pension up till this day. Okay, we say we are trying to appreciate our teachers. What about those ones that are sick? What about those aged ones? What about those ones that taught us earlier then? Have they been compensated? Do they get their pensions early on time?
Most of them are complaining, and most of them have not gotten their pension. And to think that this is where they fall back at.
Exactly, their only survival means.
What of people that don't even have grandchildren, children that will take care of them and all that? So I feel that the government, this is what they're supposed to be doing. Payment of pension, very important. It's very, very important that any state, they should please pay their pensioners, pay them their pension. It's really, really important. And the fact that these people want to work for the government, so they deserve everything.
Exactly, they deserve what?
And if it comes to increment, this should be their pension should be increased, provided that to take care of them, because these people, most of them, they don't have any other thing they are doing.
Exactly.
They are relying on that pension.
Yes, because at the primes of their work, they would put all effort knowing that at the end they have something to fall back to. Imagine working 20, 30, 40 years, then at the end, before you get each month's pension, you have to strive, go to the council and all that.
So please, we're beckoning on the governor, the president, to please, all the people in charge of this pension, they should please
Exactly, we are pleading, pay our teachers, so it's necessary. It's necessary so that they will teach our children well. Exactly.
You understand? Because
Exactly.
without them, you're nothing. Without
Exactly.
them, won't be here.
Then from another point of view, there are different unions that hold teachers, like let's say the Nigerian Union of Teachers. But it's hard for the teachers to come out and clamor for anything they want.
It seems like before the normal.
It seems like they are satisfied with what they are being put through.
No. Before they normally do it, Nigerian Union Association, Teachers Association, they come out before, but I don't know what's happening now. I rarely hear from them. You understand?
Exactly.
So I feel that those unions, they should also
Speak up, because when you don't speak, it feels like everything is okay with you. You don't need increments, you don't need improvements and all that.
Once
The ASUA action parties are very fast. Very fast, they went back on it without consideration. And the funniest part is they even have their social media handles where they come out and post memes, and even the last time I saw on ASU's official handle where they were advising youths to go and learn handwork, learn tailoring and all that.
Forget it.
Exactly, sarcastically, although they know that the strike is the long run. As we celebrate our teachers on how they've been impactful in our lives, we, the students that one time or the other they thought we should appreciate them, call them, at least even calls, text would do. Then the government, on the other hand, should do well to pay them where they are owing them and make improvements on different angles that they are supposed to. So that, because when these people are treated well, they'll come to the class and joyously teach the students. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for when I'll upload, because there are some persons
that you need to appreciate. Exactly. Like maybe you set a surprise party, invite them over, and watch them share genuine tears of joy. Exactly. This is where we draw the curtain for today's program. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles. It's right here on the screen. I remain your host for today, Jerry Obed, and with me here is Kosiso Nwobodo. It's been a nice time with you. Thank you.